Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today we're going to talk about how much I spent on my brand new 2023 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. But before that, let me give you a sight of all the snow we've had to deal with recently. It's been pretty chaotic out here in Wyoming this last couple of weeks. And well, today's a very rare sight as the wind is not blowing and it is marvelous. So how much should I pay? I'm going to pop into the passenger seat here and I'm going to show you guys the window sticker, as well as my actual purchase agreement and write-up to show you the exact numbers of how much I paid. So this is just over 1 month old. You guys know I ended up picking it up on the 29th of December is when I drove out to Bellevue, Nebraska, of all places. About a 7-hour drive, 6.5-hour drive from where I live. And I ended up buying it the night that my son was born. So a very bold or stupid decision to go out there that day, but it all worked out. So let's start by looking at the window sticker, okay? So here is the MSRP on my 23 Tundra TRD Pro. So $72,489. I'll zoom in here and kind of give you a shot to pause that if you'd like to kind of see exactly how it comes spec'd. You guys know it's the black interior. You could get the red interior, which we have on our Sequoia TRD Pro. But I feel like the black on black actually looks and suits the vehicle quite nicely, especially when it comes to that front grille, right? So that is how much I paid. There's I think even that's kind of being generous if we're being honest. Especially when you throw on 35-inch tires, that goes right out the window, my friends. Now the most important part, how much did I actually pay? I paid $75,000. So before you guys take to the keyboard, I hope you can at least appreciate the transparency with this, okay? I paid a $2,600 markup on this. And you guys know me, I take a whole lot of pride in getting these at MSRP. I've gotten these at MSRP for a lot of you guys. So Carlos, Mike, Frank, I mean, you guys can chime in in the comment section. I've gotten these at MSRP. Some of you have gotten them at $1,500 above, $2,000 above, depending on where you live. And I take pride in doing that. I'm pretty confident I could have gotten myself one at MSRP, but I don't think my trade-in would have been as good. And I think it probably would have been further away. Probably would have been closer to the Midwest, Ohio, Illinois, out that direction. Whereas this was a day drive away, not even 6.5 hours. And you know, they see here they give a $500 rebate. That's the veteran $500 military rebate that Toyota offers. So it ended up being a $2,100 markup that I paid. And I want you guys to hopefully keep in mind, I could have easily just told you guys that's how much I paid. I paid $72,500. You know, I know how simple that would be for me to lie like that, but I hope some of you can appreciate the transparency in this. I paid a markup, even though I have a company that the entire crux of it is finding you guys these deals, Toyota TRD Pros at MSRP. So I'm not proud of it, and I did debate on doing this video, but there you have it, guys. I paid a little bit of a markup, ended up being $2,100 after that rebate there. But there's a lot of additional factors that went in mind with this. So one factor is, and again, I don't expect all of you guys to understand this, but that right there, that's a factor. Buying it before the new year was a piece of the equation for tax purposes. So that is one piece of the equation. The other piece of the equation, of course, I already hinted at, was the proximity, the location of it, right? Not having to book a flight and get a hotel on the way back and easily turned it into a $1,000 logistical expense getting the thing, not to mention time away from my family, additional time away from my family. So those are the two biggest reasons. And a third reason is I knew by me getting it sooner than later, I have a couple affiliates that I work with, and I knew they would help me out with some additional modifications to it, like those running boards that we just put on, right? The Go Rhino running boards. Go Rhino supported my channel ever since the beginning, so huge shout out to them. And I knew they'd be passing me a set of these guys here, which these cost right around $2,000. And I kind of keep that in mind. I try to make it all kind of a wash in my mind. As soon as I got this, I'd get quote unquote a free set of $2,000 Go Rhino running boards. Again, maybe it's not good form for me to confess that to you guys, but those are things that I kind of had in the back of my mind. Sure, I was paying a little bit more, but the convenience of getting it, where I got it, I knew I'd get a couple little goodies for it to show you guys and still get you guys discounts on it. And I think sooner than later was better, being able to make the move and provide the content on it, of course. So there's the whole site picture for you guys. I'm not proud confessing that I paid a markup, but I did. It ended up being $2,600, well, I guess $2,100 after the rebate there. So let me know what your thoughts are. I guess as a final parting shot I'll throw to you, another thing that I keep in mind is, the trade value that I got on the Tundra wasn't great, right? But it was better than 9 out of 10 dealerships that I worked with. The best trade value that I did get was from a GM dealership, GMC dealership of all things. But most dealerships, as you guys know, with your V8 Tundra TRD Pros out there, you're probably getting high 40s, high 40 offers. And that's predominantly what I was getting on my 2019. The fact that it was a 2019 on paper did not help the trade value on that whatsoever. Granted, you and I both know that it being a Voodoo Blue Tundra TRD Pro 2019, that color is only offered in 2019. It only had, 18 or 16,000 miles on it, so very low miles on it too. That's just a very hard truck to come by. But dealerships don't often care that much. They plug in the VIN number into their into the auction sites and how much they can get for it if they were to auction it off or go to dealer auctions, and they just kind of spit the number at you. And they take the details like the color and the mileage, very low consideration for that kind of mileage, higher consideration, but like the color, and that's a big deal for the TRD Pros, as you guys know. So 53,000 was the best that I was able to find, well, at least for a new Tundra. The GMC, I think it was 56,000 some change was the best I got, but that was to get a new Sierra, if I recall. The Ultimate there. So there you have it, guys. There's all the details. If I were to sell this right now, the KBB value has them between 75 and 81. I think it would be an easy sale if I were to take it to a Toyota dealership. They would likely pay between that range pretty easily just because of the scarcity, right? So I spent $75,000 for a $78,000 truck. That's another thing to kind of keep in mind as of right now today. Obviously that can change as months go by, but that's kind of where we're at. So sorry I kind of blabbed on, but wanted to provide these details to you guys. Hope you appreciate that. Till next time.